So, do you know if there is a reason that half the stuff on the closing list was not done?
That's because if we did it all, we would be out at like 10 p.m. The way we did it, we managed to finish at like 9:15 so we can go out, get drunk, and get hungover because we all have classes at noon or later.
Except that you still haven't finished everything on the list. The lights were on, the gates were unlocked, the drawer was in the register meaning someone could easily steal it, and the floor is dirty. Therefore you obviously did not do any of those on the list.
We cleaned the floor. We swept and mopped it.
Which reminds me, when you mop the floor, you're supposed to use the soap, too. We have had the same box of soap packets since December, and those things are supposed to last only about a month. Do you know why we haven't had to replace it, or why we haven't come close to running out anytime soon?
We're just efficient. You throw in half the box to clean up just one thing when some idiot customer empties his cup on the floor instead of in the drain.
No, we use only one packet.
Also, we swept and mopped the walk-ins like you asked.
Which reminds me. Please don't mop the freezer. There's now a bunch of ice on there, and if we fall down in there, we will hit our heads on at least 3 shelves before collapsing in a crumpled heap on the floor.
Which reminds me, Ruben got sick last night.
I can tell. There's frozen vomit in the freezer, next to that huge explosion where someone put a can of soda to cool it down faster. If someone vomits inside the freezer or you explode a can of soda in there, then clean them up.
Well, I can't be held responsible for that stuff. I was too busy cleaning the damn dishes. Can you tell the lunch crew that they should at least have some of those things done so there isn't a pile of dishes all the way to the ceiling for us to clean? Do you have any idea how long it takes to do the dishes?
Yes, I do. I am well aware. We told the night crew that because we're so damned busy, we can't always get the dishes from the morning done. We told you this when you were hired.
Well, there is also not enough time in between our 40-minute breaks, the 20-minute bathroom breaks, and all of our assorted breaks to read pornography or magazines in the back to drive customers away from the dinner rush.
In speaking of which, you left bread in the proofer. Now in addition to doing all the shit that you didn't last night, the morning crew has to scrape off a huge gob of dough the size of a house before we can use the proofer, so we will be behind and frustrate the customers when we are trying to open the store and serve customers. You know customers always show up whenever we're trying to do something.
Yep, it sucks, doesn't it?
Also, care to explain why there are, of all things, melted army men inside the toaster?
Wasn't me.
I'm just asking for information. The lunch and morning crew wouldn't dare do this when I'm here because they know I would immediately bust them, and there are so many people coming they can't even breathe anyways. But now we can't use the toaster because it smells like disgusting cheap plastic and we need to get it fixed and cleaned now.
Wasn't me.
Well, if we don't get any answers, then I'll have to garnish everyone on the night shift's wages until we get something.
It wasn't me. This is the first I heard of army men in the toaster. Anyways, I think I'll finish the dishes right now. I just need to drain the sinks.
Did you remember to drain them all one at a time?
Wait, you mean we're not supposed to drain all of the sinks at once?
How did you miss those signs right in front of your face?
The same way the customers do. Also, my pants are wet.
That's because you just flooded the damn store, you moron. When you empty all the sinks at once, it floods the drain.
Oh? Well, do you think that Jake out there needs a bit of help, seeing as he's been working on all the customer rush for 25 minutes and has been running back and forth between the register and the toaster?
Yes, we've been doing your job for you too. Genesis is also busy trying to clean up the damn oven and bake bread for the party order. Because you were supposed to get that stuff in the retarder last night, but you didn't, so we have to somehow make it for the party order that goes out in 4 hours. Is there a reason you did not work on it at all? Sometimes I feel like the entire store is a retarder. This is the kind of shit I have to go through every day because this is on a campus.